Hi, this is Dr. Doreste with the Cranial Release Technique, and last night I created a video on the scientific discovery of lymphatic vessels within the cranial dura mater. And the dura mater is, as you may recall, the outermost covering of the brain and the spinal cord as well. And to my knowledge, the lymphatic vessels have been found in the spinal dura as well. So, from my limited understanding of the lymphatic system, it's not something that we studied much in chiropractic school. As far as I know, the only way that the lymph vessels can move fluids is through muscular movement. So when you move, whether you know it or not, you're pumping the lymphatic fluid, which is a normal, healthy, natural thing. So now let's talk about the brain and the skull. Well, since we're now finding that there are lymphatic vessels in the cranial dura mater and in the spinal dura mater, doesn't it make sense then that since nature knows best and since the cranial bones are moving, or like I like to say respiring or breathing, Dr. Sutherland's primary respiratory mechanism, could it be that that cranial movement is what's pushing the lymphatic fluid out of the cranial lymph system, out of the dura? And in the article that I quoted last night, and if you didn't see it, you can just look at the previous video that I made, it talks about how the scientists are assuming that those lymphatic vessels in the cranial dura are draining the brain of toxins, toxic proteins, waste products. And so, again, as I mentioned last night, a fabulous advantage, an added bonus, if you will, of receiving regular cranial release technique is that enhances this cranial motion, which is normal, and that may help to detoxify the brain itself. So in the article that I mentioned last night, they talk about things like Alzheimer's disease and multiple sclerosis, and how these scientists are now trying to put two and two together, saying, wait a minute, if those lymphatic vessels don't drain the brain properly, then a backup of toxins in the brain could therefore cause the brain to short circuit things like dementia, Alzheimer's, MS, who knows, Parkinson's, and all these other central nervous system based diseases. I also mentioned last night about Lisa DeFalco, who's an occupational therapist and a massage therapist. Her website is MLDinstitute.com if you'd like to learn more about manual lymph drainage and how you can apply that technique to your patients. But to me, the cherry on top is if you did cranial release as well as the MLD, the manual lymph drainage. Now you're enhancing total body lymphatic flow by including the cranium with CRT, or the cranial release technique. Again, MLD Institute, Mary Larry David Institute, MLDinstitute.com is Lisa's website. And again, cranialrelease.com is my website, where you can search for a practitioner, learn how to apply this technique, the cranial release technique, in the comfort of your home or office by clicking on the online training program. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, just click down below. There's a button right over there. Click on that subscribe button. A little bell will open up. Click on the bell, and you'll be notified every time I want to share something CRT related. Thanks so much for watching. Dr. Doreste with the Cranial Release Technique. Have a fabulous day. Adios, my friends.